Hi, good evening, guys. You are watching the Amiga Raytracing webcast. This is episode 27, and we are going to continue with spaceship creation. We'll do some detailing and some more thorough tool tool use and go more into depth into how we can create stuff like doors and gear if we make it in 1 hour's time. First of all, I would like to I would like to announce, if you like, a change of time, but I don't know yet when it's going to be. Perhaps in 2 weeks. I mean, not this week, not the coming week's episode. Then next one, it will be there will be a change of time in the webcast will start at 8 o'clock GMT. So it will be moved like 2 hours later, because I have because the child. Hey, I'm Amiga Ireland. Because we have a little girl here, and her times coincide with the webcasts. So I just want to both accommodate her and the webcast, so that we'll be having a bit more time every week after our 1 hour duration. Okay, so in 2 weeks time, that is going to be announced, of course. Okay, I'm not sure how and when this is going to take place from my part, but you're going to be getting an announcement about that. Okay, so let's see what we have for today. By the way, hi Yarla. I hope you are great. You are cool. Anyway, I was just talking about the change of time. So yeah, but anyway, let's go on with our spaceship creation. So in Modeler, we will be loading our object of last week, where in fact we will be using say we want to make some changes. So we should have available all 3 stages of it. So load. Oh, sorry, that was there. Okay, so we have all 3 stages here now. Stage 3. So let's say this is here, and now we have the let's first go through how we want to go on with our object. Okay. Say let's hold on a bit. So first of all, this is this is the rough approximation of my object. So let's say I want to elongate it a bit. So I will choose my points here, and then T, just use it to elongate it a bit. So here, okay, that looks, I think that looks quite all right. Okay, there. And now since I am changing stage 1, so the rest of the stages are going to be different, of course. Okay, so let me copy that and paste it into the 4th layer, just to see the changes between the different stages. So As you remember from last week, our max smoothing angle was not lesser than 90. So I think 89 degrees should be fine. Let's see if that's. So this is my shuttle here. I was trying to do, and you have the earlier stage 2 of the shuttle, which is this. Okay, as you can also see that the intake here is not implemented yet. So I think that is a better one. There, and now we are going to redo our the intake here. Okay, so let's just hold on a bit. So we have these guys there. Okay, so we should be having 12. We have 24, so we should just deselect the lower part. And then Shift A will make modeler to focus just on these polygons that I'm working on, that I have selected, that I want to work on. Okay, and then again multiply, smooth shift, and let's see here, let's go one with 1 meter, which is too much actually. Undo, smooth shift again, and 0.3 meters. Great, I think this is quite good there. So let's see here. So this is how it looks. Okay, so first we have to let us stretch it a bit. Say here, let me there, there, okay, and then lower it a bit. I just want to make something new here. There. Okay, now with these polygons selected, I am reactivating smooth shift. Good evening, Anthony Jarvis, I wanted to say, but yeah, no, Anthony. Good evening. So I'm redoing my smooth shift and re-stretching it a bit. So there. I think that's enough. So I'm making a smoother transition during that small axis here, and then I am moving it just there. So what do I have here? I have, hold on a bit, let me there. So I have this thing, this little slope here coming up. So, but what I want to also create, let me see here, I want to smooth that view as well, that this slope here. So we'll just try to, now I'm going to start playing with the points here. There, so there are these pairs I want to make here, but I have these guys selected as well, so I will deselect them. Great, and then I will refocus with Shift A. Okay, and I'll just move them towards the back. Move them towards the back. So there, one, and then deselect the lower part. deselect the lower part and just zoom in quite a bit and redo, only this time it will be subtler. There. Great. So that's what I was thinking about it the rest of the week, you know, after our earlier episode, and said, oh wait, I can do even more, you know, that intake should not start directly at the ceiling of the shuttle, you know. It should be, you know, it should leave something a small interval. Okay, so now there, G, let me there, put it there. Now I can there, so say 12. Great. Now I can, if everything looks good now, we can do a every time when we're modeling, we were doing something, let's say, not drastic, but you know, that might create some non-planar polygons or anything. We can go through it and see what's going on if with if everything stands correctly, you know. Now that we've done that, okay, we can raise our selected geometry even more. There. And now that will be our intake, our jet intake. So I'm stretching it again. And see what is going on here, there. And then, and then raise it a bit more. And I think that's good. I might want to lift, move that part here towards the end. So I'll change to point and take these 5 points here and move them a bit. Well, actually not these 5, but let me see here. Undo. If I undo that, no, yeah, that was good. That was good. So let me, perhaps, yes, but now I'm deselecting those 2 and going on with my moving. Perhaps this, let me see if I've done, no, undo. There. So I'll have to take all 5 there. Okay, and then I take all 5 towards the axis, and I'm sure there must be some non-planars now, but I don't care yet, because I'm going to redo the metaform. The only thing I care about right now is, let me see here. Well, I will just deselect that and go through and fix these here, so that it will be something like that. And let me see now. Then I can continue by, you know, do this and do some shifting again. that shifting, you know, that looks quite sloppy, but we can fix that. We can rotate these guys, and then we can stretch their y-axis and get them here to where we want, if that's what we want. Let me see if I did it correctly. So we have to fix these edges here. So wait a minute, there. Now I'm taking these points and moving them something like this, and then moving them down. And let's see if I did what I want. Made that. And here, no, that is not correct. But anyway, let's see. No. Undo. There. Much better. And that I can say minus. Now it can move back. So now I fix that and go on. There. So what did I do now? Well, let me see. I have this intake here. I don't like the edge. So let me, now I will be hiding everything except from these 4 polygons that I want. Going to point mode, selecting these. Now actually I have to do that there. Okay, now these coordinates here are exactly the same, but on the opposite of the x-axis than this. So I'll just go into info and see that my point has, you know, it has these coordinates. So I'll try to first we can do a coarse adjustment, for example there, and then I can see, okay, what is the y 3.1593, 3.5993, and redo that here, 3.1593. So I'll just write that down, 1593 there. And deselecting, let's see, what else does it have? -2 2603, -2 2603, again -2 2603, 2603. Yes, that's done. And also we want 274.156, 274.156, 274.156, 274.156 millimeters. Okay, so but let me see here if these guys are the same as well, because I see some discrepancies here. No, it isn't. Anyway, let me unhide everything. There, unhide everything. There. and go on with my the smooth shifting there again, but this time, oh, whoa. Now I'm having some problems here because nothing. Anyway, let's do that again and see, or even no, undo everything. Okay, let me go to my this here and smooth shift it there. Continue to that and do a there, and then I can fix that the same way I did the other one. Here I can see here that there's some. So what's going on here? So this is very typical when you do booleans, when you do smooth shifting, some bevel and stuff. So you want to join this to this. So you go to point mode and you just weld and say, okay, two points welded. Let's see what we did. Well, now, or perhaps that wasn't the correct solution, but let me see what is going on. Let me stretch that here towards there. So I have lots of. That could mean that the previous step had also some problems. So let me go back there. Okay, and try to fix that previous step here. So I will just focus here, see that something is wrong here. I can even make my, fix that point here so that it will be more there. I guess that will be correct, and then duplicate its coordinates so that it will be the same as this there. So I have minus, wait a minute, minus 1, 2861. 2861, that will be 2. 2861. Then the previous, wait a minute, 34823. 34823 and 384 6838. 6838. See, 384 6838. And are these correct? Yes. So I have everything except from the prefix of X correctly done. So let me see if my smooth shifting will behave accordingly. No, I see something else here. So these points are okay. These points are not okay. There. Okay, so I can fix that too. So I see I see a 4, an extra 4 here. So let's there. 3.362. 3.362 there, and no, 3.3662. 3.3662, yes, and 335 7688. 335 7688. Yes. So these points are now symmetrical as well. So there you are. So let's see how our smooth shift will fare. No, it's still not very good on that side, but let me see here. Why is that? These 2 points get This is 1 point, correct. This is 1 point. This is 1 point. Now we are going to be using a tool called Smooth Shift, and let me show you what that does. Say I have these points here, these polygons, and I want all of them to move at the same point, or at the same coordinate, you know. So I have these, let's say I wanted them to go to 380 millimeters, 380 millimeters. If I use move to do that, to have the same effect, I would have to select each point and move it to 380 millimeters, you know, one by one. While when I have when I use the set value, which can be found in tools and under points, and here set value, I can move them all at the same time with one move. So Control V is also the our hotkey. So by pressing Z and then selecting 380 millimeter, it creates the result we wanted to have. So you see now everything is aligned perfectly along the, actually this is it's the x-axis, but yeah. Okay, so now we have it correctly, and let's see how our smooth shift will fare. Yes, now I have no offending polygons to work with. So sometimes smooth shift saves the day. So let me just see here what is going on. Then T, and then I can create, let's say here, and I think the jet intake is so here. And I can do the same thing now. I can see, okay, this is 700 millimeters on the z-axis. I can repeat that. 700 millimeters again. This is linearized, and smooth shift again. No, it can be messed up a bit right now. Yeah, undo. Yeah, because you know, sometimes these get messed up as well, you know, as the step of during the process of stretching. Stretching is not that accurate either. So let me see here. There. So if I go here, I have to be very careful when I am stretching. For example, I'm being here, there, here, and then I can redo 650 millimeters. 650 millimeters there. Again, let's play smooth shift now. Yeah, anyway. And the way why I do that, I used to I can create some detail inside, you know, not that it will be visible, but should the camera approach there, it should be more smooth, you know, smooth looking. But that's one way of doing it. It can be quite, it cannot, you know, it's not that flexible, but it can be done. So let's see, 1.35 meters, 1.35 meters there, and let's stop there. Let's say we are content with that. Let me just bring it down a bit so that it won't. There. Okay. Great. I don't see any polygon going up here. So, you know, sometimes you can have these. So as you can see, you know, the geometry produced from the you know, from the outer skin, which is something that you don't want. So you should be on the lookout for these guys and placing them again inside their own geometries. Okay. So having done that, this is my, let's say, this is my shuttle 7, shuttle stage 2, shuttle stage 2, stage 2. But this is my shuttle B, so that we won't miss anything there. And here is my shuttle B stage 1. Okay, so now we will attempt to see how wait a minute, was that it? How my shuttle will look when I go on with hold on a minute, with the metaforming and all this, you know. Let's see. And we go on the metaform. Looks nice. Looks nice. And we let's give it a stage 3 shuttle. So now we will try to make some windows, or for example, for the cockpit here. Okay. First, in order to do that, we have to consider the scale towards which that will look like. Let's say this scale here, if we do the measure, if we use the measure tool, and let's say how long is 2 meters here. So 1.5. Say a sitting person can be, say, 1.6 long. So if I do that, yeah, I mean, the windows should be like 800 millimeters. That would be like that. Okay. So now we have to decide about what the windows will look like. So let's go into a new layer, and let me see now. Let me see. This is something we need. This we don't need. This is from the previous episode. This is our stage 3, correct? Yes. Let me move it into layer 3, just to keep things tidy. And now there, let me choose all these here and hide everything else, so they won't stay in our path. So now we have the choice of creating Sorry. Now we have the choice of creating the windows for my shuttle. Okay, so let us see what we can do with that. We can create by using polygon points. Say I want to create a by taking here, there, let's say a very simple design should be this. Okay, now have 4 points. Okay, I created them by polygon points and by, you know, I put the cursor wherever I want, and then I either press enter or right mouse button. Okay, so now I have the one side of my say my windows, kind of like the glass. Okay, so I deselect these guys here, and I leave selected these, and on multiply mirror I can use this to multiply them as, you know, mirror wise. So I press right mouse button and these points here are being created. So let me see. Yes, so only the selected elements are being duplicated when I do that. Okay, let's see now. Let's say I'm content with that. I delete these other two. I don't think they were ever needed. So then I select 1, 2, 3, 4. I select them in order, and then I create a polygon by pressing P. Okay. One note here, pressing undo. If I selected them like this, Lightwave records that, and it will create that. Okay. As we've said earlier, Lightwave keeps a record of which element we have selected first and which, you know, and in which order. So we should be aware of that. So that's why we should select our elements in order. So if we want to do something like that. Okay. And yeah, so let's say that we want our windows to, you know, look like that. So let us invert layers by pressing, I don't know which button. Yeah, this is the apostrophe button. So if you pay attention here, so that's what happens with my apostrophe button. So this is the second button to the right of L. Okay. So now I have my object on the foreground and my guide on the background. Okay. I might want to do some adjustments. I don't like it particularly, but anyway, just for the sake of the example, we will do that. We will use that to create some glass cockpit windows. Okay, so under tools, there is the let me think now. What do we need? We can use the drill, and the axis would be Z because it would be towards the depth, and then we can use slice, I think, and press OK. Yep, and it's done. Now we have polygons exactly where we want them to be, so that they will be able to be surfaced, etc. We can skip the surfacing part if we invoke the drill tool and pressing stencil. Okay, and now if we do shuttle cockpit, now have a surface that is called shuttle cockpit already defined. So if I go to polygons, polygon and statistics, stats, and I press shuttle cockpit. You see 32 points, and I press plus. I will already we'll be having them selected. Okay. So that's so now you can see, I think you can see that, you know, our definition has followed the shape of my spaceship here. Okay, and having this, I can actually play with that. So for example, let's say undo, no, wait a minute, undo, yes, and invert selection, and then I can say, let's say, let's create some more interesting some more interesting polygons as a guide. Okay, so let me kill the polygons, and actually we can define only the one side and start, sorry, making this. So let's say here, let's go a bit towards there, and that can do this. There. Oh, and now what I want to mirror is everything but these two. So I can also invert my selection by shift apostrophe. So now I've selected everything else except from the ones that were selected previously. Okay. And now multiply, mirror, 0. You can see here on that window where is your mirror tool, every tool actually, and select this and see if we can you know, if we're happy with that. Select them again in order. There, polygon, you know, something cooler than before. You can also and let's say I want to add some points here. Let's say I'm quite okay with the shape, but I want to add some points here. So what I can do, I can, since the object is symmetric, I can undo these you know, my last step. Create, select again polygon, points, and let's say I want a polygon here, and I want a polygon here, and then this one I want it to be here. Great, wow. Okay, now I have to delete delete the other side just for not making a mistake or anything, and then multiply, mirror, there. Okay, and now selecting in order, and P. So now I have another shape. Okay, so inverting my layer selection and using drill again, stencil, it has saved everything. So axis is Z, stencil, shuttle, cockpit, and create. Okay, so now I have a much more neat cockpit glass than before. Let's say I like that, you know. So I can actually, let me see what more I can do with that. For example, let's see first let's see how that will look. polygon, shuttle cockpit 36, and let me, now this will be my cockpit glass. Cool, huh? Anyway, unhiding everything. And now let me just go in and let us create, say, how do you say that? Let us smooth shift it so that it will look quite towards in the inside of the rest of the object, so it will look carved, or more inwards. So let us invoke smooth shift. Now that should be very subtle, because we have lots of polygons and a lot of things can go wrong here. So let us see, what is my grid? My grid is 500 millimeter per rectangle, per side of the rectangles here. So we will go like 50 millimeters. Okay, so let us do -50 because we want to go inwards, and there. So that should do quite fine. See, now my glass has moved towards, has moved inwards. If I go near now here, whoa, that's too near. I will see that maybe it's too abrupt. I don't like that much, so let us go back a step and do a let us go into some smaller increments there, and here we can find the center of gravity. Let's say here, actually, and while being here, pressing H, you have the stretch. Just press once with the left mouse button there. So no change has been done right now, but my coordinates are being saved by the tool. So if I press numeric, I have I have the coordinates of the point I want to work. Okay, so now I can tell my tool, okay, I want you to shrink my selection towards the X and the Y axis by, we can say how much, let's say by 0.99. okay, 0.99, and here. So let's zoom in and see what we have done with that. Undo. Okay, let us, yes, we should do that on that axis as well, so that we have a more three-dimensional point of reference. So let us press once here, once. Now it will have recorded that as well. So let me see, does this no, not the Z axis, just the X and Y axis, 0.99, and see how that will fare. Great, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. So what I want to do is, instead of having sharp angle going from the skin to the glass, now I will be having a more curvy transition, So here, G, I think that is quite nice, perhaps. Yeah, Now the only problem is now that all these rims here, they will be having the glass. They will be having the cockpit's skin, and we don't want that, because that's supposed to be say the chassis of the shuttle, but we can change that, of course we can do that. We can repeat that new numeric and go there as well. So now there's more, it's even more subtle there. And we can repeat our smooth shift there. And of course, repeat our transition, so that will be even more smooth and neat. Okay, so let's see how that looks in layout. But before that, we have to repair our the glass. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to select shuttle cockpit. What's the time? We have 8 minutes left. So see here, now I'm going to hide all the unselected polygons there. Okay, so this is very simple to fix. I can show you how. Hold on a minute. Just this here, yes. And now we can do this simple thing. We can choose these guys, which is the glass. The glass is here. Glass. The glass. There. Do not forget these two here. These 1 + 1 here. And on the other side, now I'm using my cursor keys. And here. Okay, let's see if we've done it correctly. I think everything is in place. So this is my glass. This is my cockpit glass. Okay. Now let's see. I don't want the rest of them to have again the glass. You know. So I will invert my selection. Select now everything else. And what did I have for a the surface? I had the shuttle front. Okay. And now everything is done. These small frame polygons are all under the shuttle front surface. So everything is done now. I am unhiding everything. There. See again. Watch again what I've done here. Okay, let us see how that looks in layout. First, we want to save. And that was stage. What was that? Stage 3? Anyway, let us see stage 3 cockpit. With cockpit. Okay, shuttle B with cockpit stage 3. And go to layout. Now here in layout, what do we have here? Load object. Episode 27, object, stage 3 with cockpit. Yes, here, our camera, what does my camera see? The ever-seeing camera. Here, let's say, okay, let's see what we did with that. Great. The smoothing selection messes up here but anyway, I can remedy that, of course. Shuttle front. First of all, let me paint my cockpit. It should be like, say, I want a blue. Well, let me disable my night light. There. Now I can see the colors as they are. Let's see, I want to have this blue here. There. Okay, smoothing on. And let me try it again. Great. Let me do a specular. Say medium. Yes. And these things need a lot of light. So let me find an angle that I will be having. Now it starts. Aha, here. Now I see there's something that's not too good, but I will minimize this. So I find we may need to subdivide just my glass here, and also my shuttle front should be like 45 as well. Let's see. So this is quite better, this edge here. Let's see now. Let me save my object there so that I won't lose my surfaces. Now let's also save the scene, shuttle, cockpit, and let's go back to modeler. I want to delete everything. Great. And then import there. Now, what did we say? We said we have yeah, that is because we have quadrangles for a curved surface. So we can try first of all, we can try to see if I can do another subdivision step. I say I have 3 vertices here, 22 more vertices here. So we have some, some larger than quads polygons. So that is not too good for us. Okay. Actually, that's why all these details get we do them. We have to do them in the last stage of subdivision. So that we'll see. Okay, that will be our final stage of detail, and then we go on and start sculpting our object. But let's see here. We can select my shuttle cockpit here and see what's going on from there. Hide everything else. Go in. Okay, and now we want to turn them into triangles. Okay. How do we do that though? Because we have, okay, let's say if I convert it into triangles, it will be like, they won't be curvy enough. So let me see. If I try to subdivide, you subdivide polygons, and I get this complaint from Lightwave. Polygons with more than 4 sides cannot be subdivided. So we have to do something. First of all, we take away all my 4-point vertices, and now I have these guys here that are more than 4 points. Let me see now what I can do with these. So each case can be quite the simpler of all these methods can be like, okay, I want them to be tripled, so they will be like that. So Lightwave will take care of that. And then I can say, if everything here is the cockpit, I can do, okay, subdivide. Now the subdivision, it's going to be quite rough, but it will work. Yeah, here. So unhiding everything. Let me see what is going on here, you know. And let us save, of course. Stage 3.1 layout, and replacing with 3.1, and see how that looks. It looks good. You see, it's not that good, but actually, if I disable the smoothing, hold on a bit, shuttle cockpit we said, and my shuttle front as well. So if I disable the smoothing, you can see that you know, these there. You see what's starting to going on here. And let me see now, cockpit, if that is on though, you can go away with that. You can get away with that. And let me enable that as well, and also some shadows. Nah. So we have to go back. I don't like it. If you do, you know, you can keep it, but I don't like the effect that it's having here. So one remedy which can be done is go back to stage 3. There, I'm just, you know, as a reference, we can do something in the next episode anyway. And say here, polygon shuttle front, choose that, hide all else, and over here, if you want to go with a polygon, you can say, okay, I'm selecting these guys. Hold on a minute. There, I'll be doing something more tidy. There, no, sorry, there, and I think I have these here. Now you can work with these, for example. Let's say offset, having the offset here. Let's see what we accomplished with that. So now you have only quads, you know, you don't mess with you know, having custom shapes. It always creates a trade-off if you want to go on with the detail. A third way now, undo. Let's say you really want bad to you know, you are hellbent for doing some custom shapes here. Now the third thing is, when you're done with your shape, you give it a final subdivision with triangles, of course. There, create that, and you work on that. Okay, so let's say I want to have a let me do a sketch. Okay, and I have this as a, and I want to do, I want to have a shape like that, you know. And let's see, how do I do that? Freeze, yes, freeze. Now have these cool thing here, and I have some. Okay, I'm welding that, and now I'm welding that anyway. That's not what I want to show you, but anyway, we have this this polygon here. Okay, So now we're changing to my shuttle. Let's say that's what we want to do in our shuttle, and shuttle front, selecting my object that will be affected from that, and then going to tools, drill, and let's say crazy object, crazy stuff. Anyway, yep. And now there, see what's going on. And now I have my shape here. So I'll just save that for you guys to have. I'm saving that as shuttle B stage 3 crazy. Okay, there. Actually that was stage 4, but anyway, replace stage 3 crazy. So now we have these crazy shit here that we are going to be painting like that, and we're smoothing it out. And we can of course do a smooth shift with that and go back, but this is the best way to create details. Okay, first we gotta have a complete object in detail as a form, and then we can start carving it, you know, creating bay doors, windows, and all these things. In the next episode we will try to create some gear doors and start, you know, modeling the gears, and eventually during Christmas or at some point more, we will start try rigging our gear so that, you know, we will be able to have some hierarchy into automating, you know, the deployment and the deployment process of our gears. Okay. Yeah, so that's about it for today, I guess. Do you have any questions? That is from afar. That's quite clean. See, the triangles. I mean, the final shape has to be triangles, otherwise you get into trouble. Anyway, thank you for today. I mean, oh no, sorry. Did you have any questions? No questions there. Okay, I hope that was somewhat more enlightening than last episode. So we're doing some baby steps into realizing how modeler can work and how the renderer sees what we have modeled in you know, in the shape of triangles, quads, and so on. And yeah, we can take it from there, you know. Thank you guys. A shout out to our patrons. Midwan, George Chocanos Volquero, Yarla, Anthony Jarvis, GS, and Todd Chamberlain. Thank you all, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments, and I hope to see you next week with some more exciting stuff. Bye bye. Thank you.